Booking a cruise is exciting, but choosing the right cabin can make or break your vacation. The opportunity, a perfect home base for your dream trip. The problem, with so many options, it's easy to end up in a noisy, cramped, or seasickness-inducing cabin. Imagine being unable to sleep due to engine noise or overpaying for a balcony you barely use. Don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, I'll guide you through every type of cruise cabin, from budget-friendly interiors to spacious balconies, plus a new type of cruise cabin that is highly polarizing. You'll learn the pros and cons of each, insider tips on the best locations, and how to avoid common booking mistakes. By the end, you'll be equipped to choose the perfect cabin for your needs and budget, ensuring a smooth sailing vacation. So if you're ready, I am. Let's go. Hey y'all, I'm Evan with Family at Sea, where we help make every cruise unforgettable. So if you're new here, welcome. Today's video is all about choosing the right cruise cabin. From interior to balcony rooms, I'll be sharing the pros, cons, and why some rooms are better than others. So if you're ready, let's dive right in. Interior cabins are the budget-friendly option on cruise ships, offering a cozy retreat without windows. The pros, it's the most affordable option, allowing you to cruise more often or experience more within the same budget. It's going to give you a dark environment, promoting better sleep. They're often centrally located, reducing walking distance, and they have less motion felt in rough seas. On the flip side though, there's no natural light or fresh air. There's typically smaller square footage compared to other cabin types, and they can feel a bit claustrophobic for some, and it's also not ideal for those prone to seasickness who benefit from seeing the horizon at the edge. Interior cabins are perfect for budget-conscious travelers or those who view their cabin simply as a place to sleep. However, if you value natural light or spend considerable time in your cabin, you may want to consider other options. Oceanview cabins offer a window or porthole, providing natural light and a glimpse of the outside world. The pros of these is that you're going to have natural light that helps maintain your body's circadian rhythm. It's also going to give you the ability to see outside, which can help reduce seasickness. Generally, they're more spacious than interior cabins, and they're great for scenic cruising destinations. The cons with these though is that you don't have windows that open, so you have no access to fresh air. The view can sometimes be obstructed by lifeboats. You've got less privacy when docked in port, and they can be noisier if located on lower decks. Oceanview cabins are ideal for cruisers who want natural light without splurging on a balcony. They're great for destinations where scenery is a major draw. However, if you're looking for outdoor private space, consider a balcony cabin instead. Balcony cabins offer a private outdoor space with fresh air and views that are typically unobstructed. The pros of these is that you're going to have that private outdoor space for relaxation. You'll have access to fresh air and natural light whenever you want. They're often perfect for scenic cruising since most do have unobstructed views, and they're also typically more spacious than interior or Oceanview cabins. The cons here though is they're going to be more expensive than interior or Oceanview cabins. They can be noisy if your neighbors are loud out on their balconies. Balcony use may be limited in colder climates or rough seas, and your privacy can be compromised on some ship designs. Balcony cabins though are ideal for those wanting a more luxurious experience, longer cruises, or destinations with breathtaking scenery. However, if you're on a tight budget or plan to spend more time exploring the ship in ports, the extra cost may not be justified. If you're prone to seasickness, aim for a midship cabin on a lower deck. These areas experience the least motion, acting like a ship's fulcrum. A bonus tip here is to book a room with a window. Being able to see the horizon out at sea can significantly reduce seasickness. Another helpful strategy is to choose a larger, more stable ship for your cruise. Modern ships with advanced stabilization systems can provide a smoother sailing experience even in rougher seas. One other room type to consider that is found on select Royal Caribbean and Celebrity cruise ships are infinite verandas, which offer a unique cabin experience. These innovative rooms feature a window that drops down to create an indoor balcony space. Let's break down the pros and cons of these. The pros with these infinite verandas is you're going to have flexible space that can be open to the sea or closed off. It's also going to give you a climate controlled balcony area usable in any weather. This is especially nice on cold weather sailings like you'd have in Alaska. You're also going to have a larger interior living space when that window's closed, and it's going to be quieter than traditional balconies due to less wind noise. But there are some cons. The biggest is it doesn't have that traditional outdoor balcony feel, and some people really don't like this. You've also got the potential for technical issues with the window mechanism, and it may feel less private when the window is down. The popularity of these cabins is extremely polarizing, with people either loving or hating them. Personally, we're in the camp of loving them. In fact, they're one of our go-to options when they're an option because they expand the room to provide more functional space, since we rarely use the balcony space in those more traditional rooms. Guys, if you're finding these tips helpful or entertaining, would you please do me a huge favor and like this video and consider subscribing to the channel? It makes a huge difference and it helps me to help more cruisers like you. So with that out of the way, let's get back to it. While cabins near elevators may seem convenient, they often come with unexpected noise, not just from the elevator, but from people waiting or chatting nearby. This can be particularly disruptive at night or early morning. Instead, opt for a cabin a few doors down for a quieter stay without sacrificing too much convenience. Also, consider the proximity to the stairs as an alternative. Stairs can often be quicker than waiting for elevators during peak times, and the extra exercise can help balance out those delicious cruise meals. First, a quick crash course. The port side of the ship is the driver's side of the ship, or the left side for our British friends, and the starboard side is the right side of the ship. Now that you're an expert on the sides of the ship, when choosing between port and starboard side, consider your specific itinerary. In the Caribbean, the starboard side or the right side often offers superior views. For example, at Ocean Cay, which is MSC's private island, only starboard cabins overlook the island when docked. Generally, as you sail around the Caribbean, starboard cabins tend to have better views of the coastlines and the islands. However, this can vary by itinerary, so it's worth researching your specific cruise route. Check cruise forums or review the itinerary maps for insight into which side will have the best views for your particular sailing. This small detail can significantly enhance your cruising experience, especially for scenic routes and picturesque ports. When it comes to ship location, each area has its pros and cons. Forward cabins offer great views, but may experience more motion and are often far from main amenities. Midship cabins are the most stable with easy access to most facilities, making them ideal for those prone to seasickness. Aft cabins can provide fantastic wake views and are usually closer to dining areas, but can suffer from engine vibration and are furthest from the theater and other forward amenities. For first-time cruisers or those seeking balance, midship on a lower to mid-level deck often provides the best overall experience, combining stability with convenience. While forward cabins might offer great views, they also experience the most motion, especially in rough seas. Additionally, they're often the furthest from those main dining areas and other more popular amenities. Unless you're specifically after that front of ship viewing, midship is usually a safer bet for a comfortable cruise experience. Contrary to popular belief, the highest decks aren't always the worst for motion. The very front and back of the ship, regardless of deck, typically experience the most movement. If you're sensitive to motion, stick to the midship cabins on lower to mid-level decks for the smoothest sailing. The worst cabins are often those directly under the pool deck, next to the engine room, or below the nightclub or dining areas. These can suffer from excessive noise or vibration. Always check deck plans carefully before booking and be wary of unusually cheap cabins. There's often a reason for the discount. While guaranteed cabins can lead to upgrades, they're not always the best choice. You might end up with a less desirable location like under the nightclub or far from the elevators, and if you have specific preferences or needs, it's usually better to choose your exact cabin. The potential savings rarely outweigh the risk of a bad location ruining your cruise. There's typically a reason why those cabins haven't been selected, and you probably don't want to find out for yourself. For the quietest experience, look for cabins surrounded by other staterooms on all sides, including above, below, and on both sides. Avoid cabins under the pool deck, buffet, or other public areas, and check the deck plans for service areas nearby, which can be sources of early morning noise. These precautions can make a huge difference in your onboard comfort. After years of cruising, I found what I consider to be the ideal cabin type. But before I reveal my top pick, if you've been finding these tips helpful, it'd mean the world to me if you'd consider being a part of our cruise family. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated with more insider cruise tips. Your support helps us create more content to make your cruising experiences unforgettable. Now, back to my favorite cabin type, a midship, mid-deck balcony stateroom. It offers a great balance of stability, views, and convenience. You're never too far from anything, and the motion is minimal. Plus, being mid-deck means fewer stairs or elevator rides. The balcony provides a private outdoor space for relaxing, enjoying room service breakfast, or watching sailaways. It's not the cheapest option, but for me, the benefits are worth every penny. If budget allows, this type of cabin often provides the best overall cruise experience. Guys, I'd love to hear from you about what your favorite cabin types are. Do you prefer something with those aft views? Do you prefer something on the higher deck levels? What is it that you seek when you're choosing the perfect cabin room? Let me know in the comments below, along with any selection tips that may be helpful to others watching this video. Your insights can really help your fellow cruisers find their perfect home at sea. Now that you know how to choose the perfect cabin, if you're looking for ways to save even more money on your next cruise, check out our money saving hacks video next. I've got this linked right above, and in it you're going to discover insider tips that could slash your cruise costs dramatically. Click that link to start saving now. That's all for today, fellow cruisers. Remember, the perfect cabin can elevate your entire cruise experience. Whether you're a seasoned sailor or a first-time cruiser, I hope these tips help you find your ideal home at sea. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, smooth seas, happy sails, and here's to making unforgettable memories on your next cruise adventure. Bon voyage!